So for brokers who have made the move to Applied Cloud, they would have been given the option of moving their email hosting to Applied's Exchange server. For brokers who have done this, they'll need to be able to manage their mailboxes going forward. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to access your mailboxes and make changes. I'm going to show you how to set up distribution groups. I'm going to show you how to manage your spam. I'm going to show you how to access your email via the web. And I'm going to reference a user guide to answer common questions and queries. So to begin with, let's look at how to manage your mailboxes. Users should go to this particular address. So when brokers are set up on Applied Exchange, we would have set up an administrator, somebody in your office to manage your mailboxes. So they'll need the correct credentials to access this. So this is the website address that they'll be using. So enter that, and then you'll be able to put in your username and your password. So your broker administrators should have these details. Enter them and click login. So this will give you access to the administration account. So you can see at the top here we have options. So the most common query will be around mailboxes. So if you click on mailboxes, so once you've clicked into mailboxes, you'll see a list of all email addresses and users that have been set up. So in terms of options that the broker has, you can create a new mailbox by clicking add mailbox. So if you have a new staff member joining your company, then you can click on this and fill in the relevant details. So display name, email address, password. At the end there's a mailbox storage plan option, so you can go with the standard option, which is 5 gigabytes, or you can go with the expanded option, which is 25 gigabytes. Users should note that there is an additional charge for the expanded option, and you should contact the sales team for additional information. And then just scroll down to the end here, you'll be able to click save, and that'll actually create the mailbox. Once a mailbox has been created, you'll have the options to reset the password, edit the mailbox, and delete it. So in terms of editing it, if you click in here, you'll see the main details to do with the account. A common query is they want to maybe change the display name. So keep the email box, but change the display name. So if you just click display name here, you can rename it. If you scroll down, there's various options here. So contact information, organizational information, permissions, additional email addresses, and mail options. So for example, you may want to forward on the email address of maybe of somebody who's left, for example, onto obviously their replacement. So if you click on enable forwarding and put in an alternative email address here, so just click this add, then the emails for this account will be sent on to whoever's account you put in here. This is also where you can set up out of office replies. So in addition, you can set up distribution groups. These groups enable users in your company to send an email to multiple individuals' email addresses in one go by entering a single distribution group name instead of entering individual email addresses. And set one up by clicking on the green plus button. So for example, if you wanted to set up an info at or sales at, this is how you would do it. So you'd basically put in the distribution group name and then add in all the relevant email addresses who want to be part of that particular group, and then click save. You could also set up external contacts here. This would be part of your address book in your Outlook. There's mail control options, and if you want to manage the security around your mobile devices in terms of accessing these accounts, this is where you go. You'll get options here in terms of device security and sync settings. So in addition to managing your mailboxes and distribution groups, you'll also want to manage your mail as well. So if you're on Applied Exchange, you may occasionally receive emails that say that mails have been quarantined. So you'll need to access your spam account to manage that. So to do that, users will need to enter this particular address, click enter, and then add in their details. So again, admin details should be added in. So users can use the same details as they used to access their mailboxes and their distribution groups. Just click sign in. So when you log into the spam firewall, you can manage your domain by clicking on domain manager, and you'll be able to see your domains here. Alternatively, if you want to access the emails that have been quarantined, just click on manage account up the top right hand corner, and this will display a list of emails that have been quarantined. There is a filtering option here if you wish to search for emails, and then you can tick them and click deliver, whitelist, or delete. In addition, there's a preference tab just at the top here, and when you click on it, you can get into the whitelist blocklist settings. So if you just click in here, so in here you can actually type in the email addresses that you actually want to receive. So if they are being blocked by the spam filters, you can just add in the email address that you want to receive emails from and just click add, and that will add it to the acceptable list. And also then there's a blocked email address list. So again, if you want to block certain addresses, just type them in and then just click add. In addition, there's a quarantine settings option. So in here you can specify how often you want to be notified about quarantined emails. So the options are daily, weekly, or never. And in here you can put in the address that you want to be notified on. In the event you want to change the default language option, there is a drop down here where you can select an alternative language. And then just finally, there's a password option at the end here, so you can actually change your admin password. Just a point of note, only designated users have access to the spam firewall. So when you were being set up, we would have asked you to nominate a dedicated Applied Cloud Manager, and also in addition an administrator for your emails and also your spam firewall. If you would like additional people to have access to this, just drop us an email at support@appliedsystems.com, just clarifying their full name and email address, and just confirming that you would like to give them permission to access either the Applied Cloud Manager and or the spam firewall administration section. Moving on now, so brokers will want to access their emails via the web occasionally, so you'll be able to use that. So if they enter this particular address, click enter and you'll be able to put in your credentials. So put in your email address and your password and sign in, and you'll be able to access your emails via the web. Finally then, we do give brokers the option of accessing a user guide on all of the above. A link to the user guide will be emailed to the administrator when you're being set up. You'll be able to access the help file. So you can see on the left hand side here, we have options for mailboxes, distribution groups, contacts, and so on and so forth. So if you do want some more information on managing any of the above, you can go to this particular help file. We can also email you these links as well, and you'll be able to access all of this information. So just to conclude, once you have been moved over to Applied Exchange, the onus is on the brokerage to manage their mailboxes going forward. So using these particular email addresses, you'll be able to do that and manage mailboxes, manage your spam, access your email via the web, and again, we give you access to a help file to answer any common questions that you might have. If you need any more additional information, feel free to contact support@appliedsystems.com. That completes this video on Applied Exchange Administration.